What's going on, everybody? You got Tone here, bringing you more Draft League content. This week we are bringing you week number 5 of the NPA Minors. This week we are taking on TrevCL, coach of the Houston Toxapexans. Now, looking at the schedule remaining for my team for the rest of the NPA Minors, this was one of the matches I was looking forward to the most, considering I have seen Trev's battles in the past, considering he is also a part of the NPL like myself. With him being in the majors, he has won multiple championships in the past, and he's one of those people that one of those I don't want to call it inspiring, but he's one of those people that knows what he's doing in terms of the draft league format. Very knowledgeable, knows the game very well, and I put it upon myself to make sure I put out the best team possible to try to counteract his team of 11. So you see his team of 11 consisting of Mega Tyranitar and Serperior, Zapdos, Mimikyu, Alomomola, Arcanine, Dragalge, Bronzong, Hitmonchan, Palossand, and the Wigglytuff. And my team, of course, is on the left with some minor changes. As I mentioned at the end of last week, I did drop Kabutops and I dropped Torterra, picked up Cradily, and picked up Lantern. So we have access to those two Pokemon for this matchup. So getting into like Pokemon that definitely hinder my team, Mega Tyranitar for sure is a major problem, considering the combination of Rock plus Dark hits my entire team for at least neutral damage, which is kind of annoying. At the same time, I do have some responses to it, albeit it's not really much in terms of what I brought in this particular matchup. That, combined with the fact that he has other threats like the Serperior, can be a pain if it gets up a few Leaf Storm boosts, albeit I have a lot of grass checks from the Volcarona, the Crobat, the Drapion, and to a lesser extent the Druddigon. And he also has the defensive backbone to work with. Zapdos, as annoyingly, it's just going to be a pain for my physical attackers to try to break past. Alomomola plus Bronzong is also a very scary defensive core to try to break through, considering that Alomomola can pass off huge wishes to Bronzong to keep that around very healthy. And of course, the Mimikyu in the back can be a very solid late game cleaner for Trev's team. So not really going to go too much in depth, considering I don't want to like go super in depth about stuff you guys pretty much already know. So I'm just gonna jump into the team builder and what I decided to bring in this matchup against Trev. So first up, we have Scarlet the Drapion. Pretty much a similar set to last week. The only exception is the fact that I'm running Toxic Spikes over Toxic. And Toxic Spikes mainly is just there for the fact that I don't want to get destroyed by a potential substitute Serperior. Like Subseed, Leaf Storm, and like some hidden power coverage, probably hidden power rock from my Volcarona. Also hits the Crobat. It will be walled by Doublade, but Doublade gets handled pretty well by the rest of his team, specifically Mega Tyranitar. Arcanine can check it offensively and defensively, and Mimikyu gets Shadow Claw and all that stuff. So Doublade is never really had the best of times in this matchup. So Drapion's primary role provides me a Serperior check, provides me with a also check for the Bronzong. I can taunt Bronzong Alomomola, prevent that from getting up rocks, going for Wish, all that stuff. This is walled by Mega Tyranitar, but Drapion's intentions in this battle is to not go anywhere near Mega Tyranitar. I really wanted to put Earthquake, but at the same time, I didn't want to give up Poison Jab because I wanted to keep coverage for Serperior and Mimikyu, and I didn't want to give up Knockoff because I wouldn't be able to touch Bronzong otherwise. So it's kind of the pick something to be walled by, and I picked to be walled by Mega Tyranitar. So that is the case. So be it. So running max HP, 188 special defense, 68 speed with a Jolly Nature. This is Drapion outspeed Jolly Max beats Mega Tyranitar, and everything's slower than that. So next up, we have our Luminatee the Lantern, making its debut for the team. Skull, Volt Switch, Heal Bell, Toxic, just bringing a supportive set for this battle, considering the fact that he has at least 3 things on his team that can potentially toxic my team. being the Zapdos, the Alomomola, and the Bronzong. So I at least want to cure my team with status with Heal Bell. Volt Switch is just nice for momentum. Its only electric immunity is the Palossand, which I can then Scald. But at the same time, I don't want to Scald it because I don't want to activate Water Compaction to give it a +2 defense boost, and then it makes it even harder for my physical Pokemon to break past. So I have to make sure that things are on a timer first and foremost. The EV spread is nothing really fancy. It's just my way of maximizing Lantern's overall bulk on the physical and special side. 68 HP, just give it a leftovers number. 188 special defense with a calm nature gives it a jump point in special defense, and then max defense, so it takes hits better from Arcanine and Mimikyu. So just a very standard support set for Lantern, which leads me to my third Pokemon, which is the Clefable with Stealth Rock, Moonblast, Wish Protect, and holding the Ferium Z. So Clefable's job is very, very important because Clefable is the catch-all check to stuff like Dragonite's Mega Tyranitar, SD Mimikyu, Leaf Storm Serperior, the whole 9 yards. Anything set up on Trev's team, Clefable is my primary response to deal with those threats. And it kind of sucks because I want to run Moonlight and forego Wish Protect, but then since I have Toxic Spikes on my Drapion, Wish Protect made the most sense. I really wanted to run Encore on Clefable and like get rid of Stealth Rock, but none of the other Stealth Rocks on my team, mainly Jardigon and Cradily, had the best matchup in this game, so decided to slap on Stealth Rock on the Clefable, Wish Protect, and Moonblast just for general stab coverage. And Ferium Z is not just here for the sake of having a Z Crystal user. It's mainly here because if he has a 0 bulk Mega Tyranitar, the combination of regular Moonblast into Z Moonblast, one will take out Mega Tyranitar. 2 regular Moonblasts from my Clefable does not do that. And Mega Tyranitar, like I said, is a huge, huge threat. So the EV spread, it's just there for the fact of just having good overall bulk, but mainly the HP and the special defense investment ensures that I'm not too KO'd by Serperior's Leaf Storm after Stealth Rock, and the rest is put into defense so I can better take hits from that Mega Tyranitar. And we're running Sassy Nature with 0 IVs and speed, so I take less damage from a potential Gyro Balling Bronzong. So I try to minimize the damage as much as possible. So that is the Clefable. Then we have our Crobat here. Bulky Crobat, Super Fang, Roost, Taunt, Brave Bird. This goes great with these Toxic Spikes damage. The Toxic Spikes that my Drapion has, mainly because it goes down stuff like Alomomola. Lets me get 50% off on the Mega Tyranitar and the Bronzong, which is very, very important. Makes it easier for me to just click Z Moonblast with my Clefable. Roost Taunt just to keep itself healthy, plus prevent Alomomola from going for Wish, prevents Bronzong from from going for rocks and all that stuff. And Brave Bird is just my most spammable option on my team. Even though he has stuff like Zapdos, he has Bronzong, I don't really care much about those two as long as I can just maintain the fact that they're on a timer. Mainly the Zapdos because my physical threats are kind of hampered by the fact that Zapdos is too goddamn bulky. Which explains why I have Toxic on Lantern mainly there for the Zapdos. It's the catch-all Lantern. Lantern's just going to be there for checking Zapdos alongside with checking Arcanine plus Mimikyu and all that. Not Mimikyu, but Zapdos plus Arcanine for the most part. So this is a bulky set. Didn't want to bring Defog because of the fact that, spoiler alert, I don't have Volcarona on this team, and I'll get to why in a second, although it's kind of obvious. But the bulk here is just here so I can outspeed. I take physical hits better from like Arcanine. I believe I live a wild charge from Arcanine as long as it's not offensive after Stealth Rock. That's for sure. And 148 speed with the Jolly Nature ensures I outspeed max speed Serperior, which is his fastest Pokemon, plus an Adamant +1 Mega Tyranitar is not outsped by does not outspeed my Crobat. That's pretty much it. So that's why I have so much speed. Then next up we have the offense of the team, starting with our Choice Scarf Diggersby with Earthquake, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and U-Turn. This pretty much hits his entire team for at least neutral damage. Earthquake is pretty spammable if I can get rid of the Zapdos early. Fire Punch is mainly here for the Bronzong. Ice Punch is here for the Zapdos and the Ice Punch also hits Palossand. That's the other Pokemon I wanted to hit harder. And then U-Turn just for overall general momentum. Running Adamant, max attack hit as hard as possible because I need to, I want to hit his bulkier mons as hard as I possibly can. And the speed lets me outrun Adamant max speed Mega Tyranitar. I also outspeed Serperior, hit it with a U-turn if I want to. So that's all well and good. So this is just my hole puncher. If I can wear down his team enough, and get rid of Zapdos, I can freely click Earthquake because everything else is grounded except for Bronzong, which I can then Fire Punch if he still has that around. And this leads me to my win con for this battle, which is my Mega Gallade sub bulk up dual stab. That's all I really need to hit his entire team for at least neutral damage. Everything else is kind of on the back burner because any other coverage option I would put on my Mega Gallade was kind of redundant. I mean, going down his team, everything is hit neutrally by at least Drain Punch or Zen Headbutt. I felt as though I wanted to set up on his more passive mons, and try to get up a bulk up and try to set up as much as possible while also racking up the potential Toxic Spice damage from what my Drapion sets here. So a more bulkier Mega Gallade set, max HP, enough speed for, I believe it lets me outrun a Jolly max speed Mimikyu after Mega Evolving, and the rest I put into attack. I could have put it in special defense, but it kind of didn't matter to me either way what I put it into. And plus having a little bit of extra power behind Drain Punch and Headbutt is also nice, so I'm not too reliant on trying to get greedy with bulk up boost. So yeah, so that's a team that I am bringing. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like the fact that this team I brought is a bit weak to Dragalge, because I don't have any real switch-ins to Poison plus Dragon on this particular build, plus the fact that I also feel as though, while being underrated in draft format because its true worth is like unknown, this team also struggles a bit with Palossand because of the combination of Ghost plus Ground hits everything on my team neutrally. The main thing I have to do if he brings Palossand is I have to taunt it, prevent it from going for Shore Up, and ensure that it's poisoned. That's literally my best option to deal with Palossand, but hopefully it doesn't come to bite me back in the butt. Hopefully. But yeah, that's going to be the team builder for me, guys, for week number 5. I hope you guys did enjoy and all that stuff. If you did, leave a like and all that stuff. The battle, as always, will be going up on Saturday, so be on the lookout for that. And until the next time, guys, my name's Anthony, aka Tone, and I'm going to catch you guys on the flip side. Later.